failed my test. Yes, I'm so sorry that it's dark now, but I'm gonna try and make it up for you quickly. Can you hear me well? Okay, I am gonna sing a song called Stand By Me, which was played earlier, and I'm dedicating this song, I wish, to the family he should be here, but to the family and wives and children of George Floyd, of Breonna Taylor, of Ahmaud Arbery, of Rayshard Brooks, all military families who lost their loved ones in the line of duty and suicide. My heart, and I think everybody's heart, bleeds for them, don't you? When the night is come, the land is dark, and the moon is the only one we see. No, I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. Just as long as stand by me. If the sky that we looked upon should tumble and fall, if the mountain should crumble to the sea, no, I won't cry no more. I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, everybody sing. Stand by me, stand by me, sweet darling. We stand by me. When the night has come, the land is dark, and the moon the only one we see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So I'm going to read something that my alliance have written, and part of it is mine, and it's a global alliance. It's called Proud Alliance, and this is what we have written down. All Black lives in the past have mattered. All Black lives matter now. All Black lives will always matter. Our country is facing a moment of reckoning. We mourn the loss of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Rayshard Brooks, and the countless individuals, recent and before them, who have their lives cut short by violence, hate, indiscriminate brute force, and racism. A civilized society will not tolerate it. A civilized society will not tolerate it. We all are connected. The suffering of one is suffering of all. Society is a collective movement forward. No one can progress while others are left behind. We cannot ignore the pain, the killing, and the exploitation of any single individual, because every human life is precious. Every human life is precious. We believe benevolent consciousness must be established in the halls of government, in all interpersonal relationships, in every home, in every workplace, and in every community in our nation. Although we must start with a restructuring of our police departments and the criminal justice system, we call for deeper systemic transformation. We must replace the capitalistic crisis with a compassionate socio-economic system that guarantees constitutionally the basic necessities of life: food, housing, education, medical care, clothing, so on and so forth. Full employment with living wages, equitable access to collective wealth. Rooting out racism through public and private policies, adequate mass education, and ultimately establishing a culture based on mutual love, respect, tolerance, and dignity. We all recognize the urgency of addressing such grave inequities of this country's past by empowering all people, especially Black people and the minorities, through transfers of resources needed to uplift their communities. These transfers are necessary to finally break down the barriers to opportunities by actively supporting Black-owned businesses and Black-owned cooperative banks. Ultimately, we, the people, and the Proud Alliance are dedicated to the long and arduous struggle that is required to establish a united and caring society where all Black lives matters and all lives matters. May I call to those people who have the sashes who are still here: Gayla, Volper, who else? Please come up. There's no more light. Yes. Microphone. Can you get the microphone, please? One microphone to them. One microphone. Can you please line up here? And before they will speak a little bit of each, I have this request from other people which says, racism is a public crisis. Humans matter, we matter, and Black lives matter. Restraint is a virtue. Economic justice for all. Social justice for all. Bullets are not the answer. Human race is one. Love is our religion. End the violence and police brutality. Love is all there is. Every human life is precious. Every human life is precious. Speak the language of the heart, and the language of the heart is love. Everybody say love. That's the language of the heart. Justice delayed is justice denied. Everybody say, justice delayed is justice denied. Greed is the root of all evil. Greed is the crisis. Peace is the result of fight. Fight for your rights. Fight for what is right. Bullets are not the answer. Again.
All right, my name is Gayla Kesey, and one of the things that she mentioned is, and that has been mentioned before, is fighting for equality, fighting for equity. And one of what I chose was income equity. Forever, There has been income equity between the races, but there's also been income equity between the male and the females. So the intersectionality of being a Black American female means that you have even less. And we've made progress, but we are still fighting for the Equal Rights Amendment 100 years after it was put into, it became an amendment. We're still fighting for it. Did you know that in Georgia, Georgia was the first state not to ratify the 19th Amendment and give women the right to vote? To me, women power the vote. How many of my women here? We women power the vote. We talked about Black mothers. Black mothers should not have to be teaching the talk. We need to band together. We need to fight for equality. We need to speak out. We need to make progress happen. And I hope that you will join us.
It's me again. No justice, no peace. How can there be peace when there's no justice for everyone? Our nation was founded upon that principle, that without justice we can't have peace. Our break of Great Britain was over what we felt were grave injustices. And we today face a grave injustice. Perhaps the gravest of our injustices, because it is the longest injustice that we have had. It existed long before we existed as a nation. And the only way for us to survive as a nation is to once and for all kill that which has been plaguing us as a cancer, as a malignancy that festers upon our very soul. Racism and racial violence has to end, because if it doesn't, it will end us. And we can't sit back and just watch things happening, saying, well, so-and-so will deal with this. He will take care of this. She will handle this. They won't. You have to do it. You have to stand up. You have to stand up for what is right. Not because it's what is expected of you or what you think you should do. You should stand up for what is right, because it is right.
Hello. Hi everybody. All right. I just had to make sure you hear me. Okay. My sash reads, chokeholds are inhumane. These words ring true because there is no situation or reason for a police officer to put anyone in a chokehold, especially in a non-violent situation.
Amy gave me the sash, loved hers all, and I wrote something that I was going to read that she's got on her phone. I can't remember it real good. I'll say it again. Yeah. So she gave me, this to talk on, loved yours all. I wanted to say, it is loving those who could hurt you, to believe in them, to believe that they could change. It is loving to do that. To change from hurting us, from hurting the most vulnerable, to offering support for those who can't work because of the pandemic, change to offering the treatment for COVID-19 for free, change to helping the people that they've been killing up until now, or stepping out of the way of people who will. To demand this empathy from them is to believe them to be better than they have been, and that is a loving act. It is love for those that we ask to change, and it is love so much more for the memory of those we memorialize here today.
POV. So I would like to request everyone to sing with me. I gave you the copies of the song. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Key of E. C D. Okay, ready, go. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little love. What the world needs now, everybody sing, is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow, mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. Everybody sing, you have the copies. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. Oh, my brothers and sisters, why the world needs now, raise your hands, is the love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. Oh, listen, Lord, if you want to know what the world, everybody sing, needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Love you all. We love you all. There's just too little love. What the world needs now. Hey, is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone.
Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and the hillsides.
All right. And now we're going to keep it rolling.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie. I love that. Okay. Let's give it a bit ready for Joni Benjamin.
Hey guys. Ooh, am I too loud? Sorry. No? Alright. I want to thank you guys for staying this long and for listening to us speak our stories. I have a quick one. I won't be long, but I really wanted to share it today. My brother's not with me because I'm sharing this story for him, but he's on Facebook Live, and I love you, and this is for you.